Sarah, in her early 40s, married Alex's father 2 years ago. The attempt to create a family bond was present, yet the grief and loss loomed in their lives like shadows that never faded. One afternoon, as Sarah came home from work, she noticed the house engulfed in an unsettling silence. A faint noise from upstairs piqued her curiosity. She ascended the stairs, realizing Alex's bedroom door was ajar. After a slight hesitation, she pushed the door open, taken aback by the scene in front of her. Alex, now 22, was sitting on his bed with his laptop, the screen casting a glow on his face. Initially, Sarah assumed he was watching a movie, but as she approached, the content seemed personal. A wave of unexpected shock hit her, her heart racing as she processed the moment. Alex noticed her presence and quickly reduced the volume, his face turning a shade of crimson. "I'm sorry," he stammered, clearly embarrassed and caught off guard that Sarah's emotions churned a mix of confusion, embarrassment, and an unexplainable warmth. She hurriedly excused herself, her mind racing with a new awareness. This moment shifted the dynamics between them, crossing a boundary that left both surprised and pensive. The following days were steeped in discomfort. They avoided discussing the incident, though the tension between them was intense. At dinner, they sat across each other, their eyes mostly downcast. The atmosphere was heavy with untold words, and Sarah felt an imperceptible shift and unsettling yet captivating connection forming between them. One evening, while watching a movie together, their hands accidentally brushed against one another, igniting a spark neither could ignore. Warmth spread through Sarah, a realization forming this was more than a familial bond. Alex's laughter, the expressiveness of his eyes, each detail now felt charged with new meaning. As days morphed into weeks, their relationship began to transform. They started spending more time together cooking, exchanging favorite book recommendations, enjoying long walks in the park. Each moment was laden with an unacknowledged tension, hinting at feelings simmering beneath the surface. On one such evening, while sitting on the porch watching the sunset, Sarah felt the urge to speak. "You know," she started, her voice cutting through the quiet, "I've really enjoyed spending time with you. It's comforting to have someone to talk to." Alex turned, his gaze steady and intense. "I feel the same way, Sarah. You've made this place feel like home to me." His words echoed in the air between them, like a thread connecting their hearts. Sarah's heart raced again, recognizing her long-held desire for connection, how isolated she felt since the passing of Alex's father. The thought of opening up to Alex, of sharing her vulnerabilities, was both exhilarating and daunting. One evening, Alex approached her, a resolve in his eyes. "Sarah, about the other day I didn't mean for it to happen like that," he admitted, his voice sincere yet shaky. Sarah drew a deep breath, aware that they needed to address the unspoken matter. "I've had my share of embarrassing moments too," she said, attempting to lighten the mood. The conversation unraveled their feelings, revealing mutual attractions and desires. The line between them blurred, and they moved closer, acknowledging the undisclosed desire that was as undeniable as it was risky. One night, after a party, Alex returned home slightly tipsy. Sarah helped him to his room, her resolve wavering against the thickening air of tension. As she assisted him with his shirt, their eyes locked, transforming the moment with an intensity neither had felt before. "Sarah, I can't pretend we don't feel this anymore," Alex spoke softly. His sincerity sent a shiver down her spine, and although hesitant, Sarah knew deep down the truth in his words. "This isn't right," she replied, her voice barely audible, filled with a mix of emotion and morality. Alex stepped closer, unwavering. "We crossed that line once, and there's no turning back," he stated, his voice filled with an urgency born of weeks of building emotion. Sarah could feel the chemistry, impossible to deny. She hesitated, but ultimately knew he was right. Then, Alex leaned in, their lips meeting in a tentative kiss that swiftly filled with passion. The world outside dissolved, leaving only them and their transformative moment. They embraced the complexity of their feelings, recognizing this as the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. The morning after, as Sarah reflected, she knew there was no turning back. Their bond had evolved into something profound and complicated. Their secret, though exhilarating and terrifying, energized them with each stolen moment. However, they knew they needed clarity. After much contemplation, they sought the counsel of a therapist specializing in family dynamics. Weeks of sessions unearthed layers of emotions, grief, loneliness, and a profound yearning for connection. Together, they learned to communicate openly, to establish boundaries that honored both their relationship and family ties. Finally, fortified by understanding and ready to face societal norms, Sarah and Alex decided to truthfully share their relationship with Alex's father. As they embarked on this open path, they knew there would be challenges, but with each step, they redefined what family meant, crafting a unique narrative of love and connection in the quiet town of Maplewood. Sarah and Alex spent the next few days preparing themselves mentally for the conversation with Alex's father. They knew it would be a pivotal moment in their relationship, shaping not only their future but also the dynamics within their family. The day finally arrived, and a dinner was arranged at home, a neutral ground that held both of their memories and emotions. As the aroma of a lovingly cooked meal wafted through the house, the sense of anticipation was palpable. They hoped the warmth of the setting would ease the forthcoming conversation. As the dinner concluded, and with the clinking of the last dish cleared away, Alex took a deep breath, glancing at Sarah for reassurance. Finding mutual courage in her eyes, he began, "Dad, there's something important we need to discuss." His father looked at them, noticing the gravity of Alex's tone. "Of course, what's on your mind?" he asked, leaning in with curiosity and concern. Drawing from a well of vulnerability, Alex shared the nature of his relationship with Sarah, detailing how their bond had grown deeper over time. He spoke candidly about the conflicts, emotions, and realizations that had brought them to this point. Sarah joined in, her voice steady and transparent, describing how they had carefully navigated their feelings and the steps they had taken to ensure they were acting with integrity and consideration for all involved. A tense silence fell over the room as Alex's father absorbed their words. Thoughtful, his expression wavered between surprise and contemplation. He finally spoke, his voice measured and sincere. "I didn't expect this," he admitted, "but I see something genuine between you. It's clear you've put a lot of thought into this. While it's unconventional, I respect your honesty and courage." Relief mixed with a hint of anxiety spread between Sarah and Alex, seeing the openness in his response. Yet, Alex's father continued, "I need time to fully understand, to adjust my expectations. But I want you both to know that I'm here to support." He paused, gathering his thoughts, "this transition, whatever path you choose. Families are about support, and if you both are committed to making this work, I'm willing to stand by you." Gradually, they began exploring this new paradigm together. Conversations grew more inclusive, fostering understanding and acceptance. With time and transparency, the initial apprehension gave way to deeper familial bonds. In the months that followed, their collective efforts to redefine what was possible within their family structure began paying dividends. They shared more open dialogues about love, respect, and how modern families could thrive beyond traditional boundaries. As they continued this journey, the quiet town of Maplewood became a backdrop for their evolution, a place where Sarah and Alex became trailblazers in reconciling love, family, and acceptance. Together, they embodied a narrative that embraced their heart's truths and extended the possibility of deeper connections within a supportive family framework. As time passed, Sarah and Alex, along with Alex's father, embarked on a new chapter in their family life. Their conversations grew more sincere and supportive, as each member adapted to the newly defined family dynamic. They embraced openness, making room for honest discussions and shared experiences. Alex's father gradually became a confidant, offering his own wisdom and perspective. His willingness to listen and provide guidance showed the true strength of familial love. "It's never easy to unravel the rules we've lived by for so long," he said one evening, as they sat on the porch together, "but I see the happiness and fulfillment this brings you both, and that's what matters." Sarah and Alex's bond blossomed further, unshackled from the fear of judgment. They found comfort in shared routines, dinners filled with laughter, weekend excursions to the nearby lake, and quiet evenings curled up with a book. They learned to savor their life together, finding joy in the everyday moments that bound them closer. Over time, the community of Maplewood became aware of the unique family dynamics playing out, with whispers gradually giving way to acceptance. To many, Sarah and Alex remained just Sarah and Alex, a testament to how love can reframe narratives in meaningful ways. Their story inspired others to challenge assumptions and embrace authenticity in their relationships, regardless of societal norms. It fostered a community dialogue about the many forms love can take and how families might adapt and thrive amid unconventional circumstances. Sarah and Alex's relationship became a symbol of courage and integrity, not only for themselves but as a beacon for boundaries being redefined all around them. As they both grew individually and together, they learned the value of embracing change with grace and the strength that comes from laying a foundation of trust and love. Looking back, they treasured the journey, its uncertainties, the courage it forced upon them, and the profound sense of fulfillment in navigating their path with honesty. The bustling small town that was a mere backdrop to their story blossomed into a tapestry of love, in all its varied, colorful forms. And so, under Maplewood's expansive skies and amidst its whispering trees, they continued to grow, side by side, knowing they had carved out a place for themselves that honored who they truly were together and as individuals. In their hearts, there was peace, in their steps, a rhythm of unity, and in their future, a canvas wide open, edged with endless possibilities. As the seasons changed in Maplewood, Sarah, Alex, and Alex's father continued to embrace their redefined family life. With each passing day, the bonds between them strengthened, solidifying their commitment to one another and the shared life they chose to nurture together. The community's initial whispers evolved into a broader dialogue about acceptance and understanding. Sarah and Alex's story became a catalyst for others in Maplewood to open hearts and minds, encouraging conversations about the fluid nature of relationships and the many forms love can take. Sarah found herself becoming more involved in the community, volunteering at local events and participating in discussions on family and relationships. Her openness and authenticity inspired others, fostering a culture of inclusion and empathy throughout the town. People often came to her for advice, drawn by her strength and the warmth of the family she had helped to shape. Alex, too, found purpose and fulfillment in this ever-supportive environment. Encouraged by the freedom to be himself, he pursued his passions with vigor. Whether he was playing music at local gatherings or engaging in spirited debates on community changes, he was buoyed by the firm support from both Sarah and his father. The family found new traditions to cherish. Sunday dinners became a staple, filled with rich conversation and laughter. They marked occasions with gatherings that included friends and neighbors who celebrated alongside them, bearing witness to their journey and growth. Eventually, Sarah and Alex found the courage to share their story beyond Maplewood, participating in a panel discussion on modern family dynamics at a regional conference. Their honesty and vulnerability resonated with attendees, many of whom shared similar experiences or sought the courage to live authentically. As they returned home, the sense of achievement and companionship was palpable. On a quiet evening under the starlit sky, sitting on the familiar porch, Sarah reflected aloud, "Who would have thought we'd come this far?" It wasn't always easy, but facing it together made all the difference. Alex nodded, his eyes reflecting both gratitude and determination. "We created our own path," he replied, and showed that love can guide us through uncertainty, leading to something beautiful. Together, they embraced the journey ahead with renewed optimism, aware of the inevitable challenges but equally confident in the depth of their commitment. Their family, unconventional in its makeup yet remarkably strong, became a testament to the transformative power of love, acceptance, and understanding. As the years unfolded, the landscape of Maplewood continued to evolve, shaped by countless stories of love and resilience. And within it, Sarah, Alex, and their family remained steadfast, symbolizing an enduring belief in the possibilities of what families could be, a belief that love truly knows no bounds. With each passing year, the tapestry of life in Maplewood continued to evolve, influenced by the spirit of acceptance and growth that Sarah and Alex's journey had inspired. The family found deeper connections not just with each other, but also with the community that now saw them as a pillar of resilience and kindness. Sarah and Alex continued to participate in workshops and discussions, sharing their experiences with others navigating similar paths. Their openness and willingness to engage with difficult conversations allowed more people to find their voices, creating a ripple effect throughout the community. Stories once hidden out of fear or misunderstanding were shared, fostering an environment where diverse experiences were celebrated and respected. At home, new milestones marked their days. Alex followed his heart into education, becoming a teacher known for his empathy and creativity. He often incorporated life lessons from his own experiences, helping to mold a new generation of students who were empathetic and open-minded. Meanwhile, Sarah found solace in her garden, which became a sanctuary not just for her, but for neighbors who wanted to learn or simply admire its beauty. She hosted garden parties and workshops, where laughter and the aroma of fresh blooms mixed to create unforgettable memories. It became a place of gathering, reflection, and celebration. The family continued to grow and evolve, establishing new traditions that celebrated their unique dynamic. Holidays were occasions for joy and connection, often spent surrounded by friends and extended family who appreciated the warmth and hospitality that Sarah, Alex, and his father offered. One particularly poignant moment occurred during a town celebration when Sarah and Alex spoke about the meaning of family in the town square. Their message was simple but profound. Family isn't just about blood, it's about love, commitment, and understanding. It's about creating a space where everyone feels valued and heard. Their words resonated deeply, echoing through the community and beyond. It was a reminder of the shared journey that had brought so many together, a testament to the strength found in love and acceptance. They stood together on the familiar porch, watching the town bask in the golden glow of the setting sun. Sarah and Alex knew they had created something truly special, a life and a family defined by compassion, unity, and a commitment to authenticity. With hearts full and futures bright, they faced the years ahead with the confidence that whatever challenges might arise, they would meet them with the same resilience and love that had guided them thus far. The bonds they had forged were unbreakable, woven with the threads of shared dreams and the quiet strength of those who dare to walk a different path. And so, in the heart of Maplewood, their story became a timeless testament to the boundless possibilities of the human spirit, a gentle reminder that love, in all its forms, is always worth embracing. As the seasons turned in Maplewood, life remained vibrant and ever-evolving for Sarah, Alex, and his father. Their family continued to thrive through open communication and unyielding support, each passing day enriching their lives in unexpected ways. After several years of building a life together, the trio decided to take a family trip to celebrate their bond. They planned a weekend getaway to the nearby mountains, a place where they could retreat from daily routines and reconnect with nature. With backpacks filled with essentials and excitement in the air, they embarked on a journey that promised adventure and reflection. The mountains stood majestic, a breathtaking backdrop that encouraged introspection and peace. They hiked through verdant trails, sharing stories and laughter against the backdrop of rushing streams and chirping birds. Each step became a celebration of togetherness, deepening their understanding of one another and the world around them. On one quiet evening, as they settled around a campfire, the crackling flames illuminating their faces, Alex's father turned to them, a soft smile gracing his lips. "You two have taught me so much about love and resilience," he said, his voice filled with warmth. "I never thought I'd see the day when family could take on so many forms. It's beautiful." Sarah's heart swelled with gratitude as she looked at both of them. "We've had our challenges, but we've also created something remarkable together." "It wouldn't have been possible without both of you," she replied, her voice steady yet filled with emotion. Alex, feeling the weight of those words, nodded. "It's all about being true to ourselves and to each other. I wouldn't trade this for anything." Their night was filled with stories, shared dreams, and quiet reflections under the starlit sky. In that moment, surrounded by the crisp mountain air and the comfort of their love, they felt an unbreakable bond, one forged in authenticity and understanding. Eventually, they returned to Maplewood, their hearts lighter and more connected than ever. They carried with them cherished memories of their time together, a reminder of the journey they'd undertaken as a family. Back in town, they continued to advocate for open conversations about love and relationships, leading workshops and supporting those embarking on similar paths. The impact of their story rippled outward as they became known as a source of inspiration, encouraging others to embrace their truth and navigate their journeys with courage. As years passed, they faced life's inevitabilities, the joy of new beginnings and the sorrow of losses. They supported one another through it all, standing together as a united front, navigating family milestones, trials, and triumphs. Their bond grew even stronger as they learned to lean on each other through every circumstance. Eventually, Alex's father found love again, embracing the potential for happiness following loss. The family welcomed this new chapter with open arms, encouraging the growth of connections that continued to redefine their understanding of family. They understood that love could be reborn in various forms and that new relationships could bring light and joy just as they had. Sarah and Alex continued to nurture their relationship, exploring new avenues of intimacy and connection. They sought shared experiences, traveling to places they had long dreamed of visiting, embarking on creative projects together, and engaging in community service. Through every endeavor, they found new layers of understanding and affection blossoming between them. And so, under the vast sky of Maplewood, their family story persisted. It was not merely a tale of a woman and her stepson, but of a loving family that broke barriers, challenged norms, and emerged as a symbol of hope and acceptance. In this quiet town, they created a legacy of love, one that taught all who heard their story that family is not confined to traditional definitions, but is a tapestry woven from the threads of connection, understanding, and unwavering support. Love, after all, is the most binding force of all, capable of transcending challenges and reshaping lives. As the years passed in Maplewood, Sarah, Alex, and Alex's father continued to create a rich and fulfilling life together, marked by milestones and cherished memories. They built a home that radiated warmth and acceptance, a safe haven for anyone who entered their lives. Their story became intertwined with the fabric of the community, inspiring others to embrace love in all its forms. With Alex's father finding love again, the family expanded their circle, welcoming new friends and relationships that enhanced their dynamics. Together, they celebrated birthdays, holidays, and achievements, blending traditions and creating new ones. This inclusive spirit became the hallmark of their family gatherings, with laughter echoing through their home, and the scent of home-cooked meals uniting everyone around the table. Sarah continued her work in the community, advocating for understanding and acceptance, while Alex remained committed to his students, inspiring them to understand diversity and empathy. Together, they hosted events where people could share their own stories, fostering a sense of belonging and understanding among community members. One day, Alex approached Sarah with an idea. What if we organized a community festival celebrating all kinds of families? He proposed, enthusiasm lighting up his face. It could showcase our stories, art, and the beautiful tapestry of relationships in Maplewood. Sarah's eyes sparkled at the thought. That sounds incredible. A day dedicated to love and connections, she agreed, her excitement mirroring Alex's. They began planning the festival, reaching out to the community for participation and support, fostering connections with local artists, musicians, and storytellers. The event was a resounding success. Maplewood streets filled with laughter and joy as families of all shapes and sizes came together to celebrate. Booths were set up displaying art, sharing stories, and offering activities for children and adults alike. The festival became a vibrant representation of the community's diversity and unity, showcasing the beauty of unconditional love. As they looked around at the joyful faces and vibrant atmosphere, Sarah and Alex felt a rush of fulfillment. They had created a space where stories could be shared openly, where acceptance prevailed, and where love was acknowledged in all its glorious forms. Their efforts had cultivated a spirit of togetherness that resonated throughout the town. As the sun began to set that evening, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple, Sarah and Alex stood together, watching the festivities unfold. Alex turned to Sarah, his heart full of gratitude. "I'm so thankful for all the paths that led us here. None of this would have been possible without your courage." Sarah smiled softly, her heart swelling with pride. "We've built something truly special together. It all started with being true to ourselves and each other." With their family growing and their community expanding, they felt the joy of not only living authentically but also empowering others to do the same. Their journey was a testament to resilience, love, and transformation, an example of how connections could transcend challenges and redefine what family means. The years continued to unfold, with Sarah, Alex, and his father navigating life's ups and downs together, knowing they had a strong foundation to rely on. They celebrated anniversaries, cherished new friendships, and even faced difficult moments with understanding and grace, always supporting one another through thick and thin. In the end, their story became a living testament to love's power, the power to heal, to understand, and to create a world where acceptance thrives. Maplewood stood as their beloved home, forever changed by the journey they undertook together and the legacy they fostered. And so, as days turned into months and months into years, Sarah, Alex, and their extended family lived with the knowledge that love is not confined by definitions. It is boundless, transformative, and the most precious gift of all.